Oh, yes, it's a wonderful day, and I am so happy that my sister and I are here together again, and our
Amen.
baby sister will be in here with us shortly, we believe. Her
We hope.
topic is on here. Yes, we hope. And she celebrated a birthday
Yes, she
yesterday.
did. Yes, she did.
Yes, the Lord blessed her to see another birthday, so we're just so thankful.
Hallelujah.
Thankful to God. Thankful, thankful, thankful. And my topic today is talking about Murphy's Law. And I watched that movie, Murphy's Law, and I've heard people talk about Murphy's Law, but I've never really understood Murphy's Law, all the facts about it and everything. So I want to
Mhm.
talk a little bit about that today. So, Reedy, what's yours?
My topic is why do people talk in their sleep? Why
Wow,
people
that's a
talk
good
in their
one.
sleep?
Oh, that's a great one. Why do people talk in their sleep? Well, hey, we're going to find out about
We're
that.
gonna find out today.
Oh, yeah. So, I will go ahead with Murphy's Law if that's okay.
Help yourself. You
Okay, I
ready?
have really cheap thoughts about Murphy's Law. I have that, and then I want to give the origin of Murphy's Law too, so we can find out where that came from. And this piece was written, and this is a piece from 1978, and it's on LinkedIn. And what is taught Murphy's Law, and one of the sayings of Murphy's Law is, if anything can go wrong, it will.
It will. Yep.
So that's Murphy's Law. And it was Murphy's Law was born at Edwards Air Force Base in 1949 at North Base. It was named after Captain Edward A. Murphey, an engineer working on Air Force Project MX 981, a project designed to see how much sudden deceleration a person can stand in a crash. One day, after finding that a transducer was wired wrong, he cursed the technician responsible. He cursed the technician responsible and said, if there is any way to do it wrong, he'll find it. So, the contractor's project manager kept a list of laws and added this one, which he called Murphy's Law. How about that?
Ain't that something?
Actually, what he did was take an old law that had been around for years in a more basic form and give it a name. Shortly afterwards, the Air Force doctor, Dr. John Paul Stapp, who rode a sled on the deceleration track to a stop, pulling 40 Gs, gave a press conference. He said that their good safety record on the project was due to a firm belief in Murphy's Law and in the necessity to try and circumvent it. Aerospace manufacturers picked it up and used it widely in their ads during the next few months, and soon it was being quoted in many news and magazine articles. Murphy's Law was born.
Mm-hmm.
The Northrop project manager, George F. Nichols, had a few laws of his own. Nichols' fourth law says, avoid any action with an unacceptable outcome. The doctor, well-known Colonel John P. Stapp, had a paradox, Stapp's ironical paradox, which says, the universal aptitude for ineptitude makes any human accomplishment an incredible miracle. And then our last thing on this one is Nichols is still around. That was back then, okay,
Uh-huh.
at NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab in Pasadena. He's the quality control manager for the Viking project to send an unmanned spacecraft to Mars. All right, so now I'll go to some of the sayings in Murphy's Law. I'll go to that page now because it is fascinating. We say a lot of these things. Let me see
Mm-hmm.
if she's come. I don't see her yet. Oh goodness. Well, okay. Let's go to this next one. Murphy's Law. So there's actually a person out there named Murphy,
Name Murphy, who has a
and,
law.
and I'm working with these with my what am I working with today? My tablet and my phone today
Mm-hmm.
because as I was telling Clee, and some of you might have heard me Sunday, Just before I got ready to broadcast, I was setting up. I had coffee on my stand, and the whole cup of hot coffee emptied off on my computer. It
Can't
fell
put that in
open.
rice.
Can't put it in rice. So I'm working with my laptop, and thank God, I mean with my what is it? Tablet. And thank God, thank God, thank God for my tablet. Whew, Lord Jesus. Okay, now I'm trying to get back to that other page talking about Murphy's laws,
Mm-hmm.
and this is moving slow. Come on now. Don't do me like this. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us
Hello,
today.
Velma.
Hi,
That's
hi,
all I
Velma.
see.
Okay.
But
Hello, hello,
you get more
hello.
than I do.
Well,
Well, with your tab, with your computer not working. Okay.
and with the okay, Clea, I'm going to, is it okay if I turn it over to you and come back to mine because it's not changing pages.
Oh Lord, let me go back to mine because I didn't. What? We're not really. We were prepared. We were prepared.
Oh yeah,
Hello.
things do happen.
Murphy's Law.
if and one of them is if anything is going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong or something like that. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to it.
Okay, mine is why people talk in their sleep.
All right.
Okay, says it's by Kelly Miller. It's from WebMD. Written on May 12th, 2021.
All right.
Is have you ever been told that you whisper sweet nothings in your sleep, unaware that you ever spoke a word? Or maybe your child shouts out dreams of babble late at night, only to fall right back to sleep. Have you been hoping that your sleep talking spouse will spill a long time secret? Go ahead. Pose some a question while they are sleeping, and don't be surprised if you get a single syllable answer. Huh? Hey. But be warned, a sleep talker usually doesn't remember anything that said during sleep. Talking in your sleep can be a funny thing. Perhaps you chit chat unconsciously with unseen associates at the midnight hour, or maybe a family member unknowingly carries a nightly conversation. Here are answers to your questions about talking in your sleep. What you need to know about sleep talking from causes to treatment. What is sleep talking? Sleep talking is somloquy in is the act of somloquy. I got that. It's the act of speaking during sleep. It's a type of
Okay.
parasomnia, an
Okay.
abnormal behavior that takes place during sleep. It's a very common occurrence and it's not usually considered a medical problem. The nighttime chatter may be harmless or it could be graphic, even R rated. Sometimes listeners find the content offensive and vulgar. Sleep talkers normally speak to no more than 30 seconds per episode, but some
Hmm.
people sleep talk many times during a night, and some holler, some sing. The late night diatribe, diatribe may be exceptionally eloquent, or the words may be mumbled or hard to decipher. Sleep talking
Hmm.
may involve simple sounds or long involved speeches. Sleep talkers usually seem to be talking to themselves, but sometimes they appear to carry on conversations with others. They may whisper or they might shout. If you
Hmm.
share a bedroom with someone who talks in their sleep, you might not be getting enough shut eye. Wake up and say, who you talking to? Girl, I don't know. Who talks in their sleep? Question. Many people talk in their sleep. Half of all kinds between the ages of 3 and 10 years old carry on conversations while asleep, and a small number of adults, about 5%, keep chit chatting after they go to bed. The utterances can take place occasionally or every night. A 2004 poll showed that more than 1 out of 10 young children converse in their sleep more than a few nights a week. Girls talk in their sleep as much as boys, and experts think that sleep talking may run in families. I hope sleepwalking don't, because that's what I told you that's what I did, sleepwalking making a paper towel sandwich. It's hard to tell if you've been talking in your own sleep. Usually, people will tell you that they've heard you shout out during the night or while you were napping. Or maybe someone might complain that your sleep talking is getting them up, keeping them up at night. Am I going sleep talking, keeping them up at night? Okay.
Oh
what
yes.
what causes sleep talking? You might think sleep talking occurs during dreaming, but scientists still are not sure if such chatter is linked to nighttime reveries. The talking can occur in any stage of sleep. Take paper towel sandwiches and hollering people and singing. Sleep.
Oh yes.
Oh my
Oh
God.
yes.
Sleep talking, sleep walking, sleep eating, all that kind of stuff. Hey, I'm going to catch that one next. Who is sleep eating and walking? Sleep talking usually occurs by itself and is most often harmless. However, in some cases, it might be a sign of more serious sleep disorder or health condition.
Uh-huh.
REM, sleep behavior disorder, RBD, a sleep terrors, are two types of sleep disorders that
Okay.
cause some people to shout during sleep. Sleep terrors, also called night terrors, usually involve frightening screams, thrashing, and
Well,
kicking and singing. And it didn't say singing. I'm just saying
oh yes. Is that a night terror?
that's a night terror. Yes.
Oh boy.
Okay,
You know
night terror.
somebody
Yes.
has
Uh huh.
uh-huh.
Night terrors. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what night terrors is. Also called night terrors, usually involve frightening screams, thrashing, and kicking. It's hard to wake
Oh.
someone having a sleep terror. Children with sleep terrors usually sleep talk and sleepwalk. Now they're making paper towel sandwiches. I don't know what to tell them. People, people with RBD, people with RBD yell, shout, grunt, or act out their dreams, often violently. Sleep talking can also occur with sleepwalking and nocturnal sleep related eating disorders. But I just I told you it was coming. I
Mm-hmm.
knew it was coming. In there standing at the stove making paper towel sandwiches with mayonnaise. Miracle Whip and paper towel.
Oh yes.
Oh my God. Okay. Sleep talking can also occur, sleepwalking, nocturnal sleep related eating disorders. NSRED, a condition is which some people eat while asleep. I told you it was coming. Other
Uh-huh.
things can cause sleep talking include certain medication, emotional stress, fever, mental health disorder, or substance abuse. How
Mm-hmm.
is talking in your sleep treated? It's a good idea to see a sleep specialist if your sleep talking occurs suddenly as an adult or if you involves intense fear, screaming, or violent actions. You might also consider seeing a doctor if unconscious chatter is interfering with your sleep or
Mm-hmm.
that of your roommates.
Mm-hmm.
If you think your child has sleep problems, make an appointment with your pediatrician. A sleep,
Mm-hmm.
sleep specialist will ask you how long you've been sleeping, talking in your sleep. You'll
Mm-hmm.
have to ask your bed partner, roommate, even your parents this question. Keep in mind, you may have started talking in your sleep in childhood. There's no test needed to diagnose sleep talking. However, you got to be asleep. I'm just adding that in there. You got to be asleep. However, your doctor may order tests such as a sleep study or sleep recording,
Mhm.
polysomnogram, if you have signs of another sleep disorder. Sleep talking rarely requires treatment. However, severe sleep talking may be the result of another more serious sleep disorder or medical condition, which can be
Mhm.
treated. Talk to your doctor
Mhm.
about treatment options.
Uh-huh.
How can someone reduce the amount of sleep talking? I guess you just sleep less. There's no known way to reduce sleep talking. Avoiding stress and getting plenty of sleep might make you less likely to talk in your sleep. Keeping a sleep diary can help identify your sleep patterns. Now, how you gonna keep a diary when you don't remember what you said? But okay, pattern may help your doctor find out if an underlying problem is causing your sleep talking. Keep a
Mhm.
sleep diary for 2 weeks. Note the times you go to bed, when you
Mhm.
think you fall asleep, and when you woke up. You'll
Okay.
also want to write down the following: the medications you take and the time of day you take them, what
Okay.
you drink each day and when, especially caffeinated drinks such as cola, tea, and coffee, as well as alcohol.
Okay.
When you exercise and keep a sleep diary. You've had trouble sleeping, but you're not sure what's going on. Do you have insomnia? Do you spend too much time on your phone before bed? Or is one of the medications you're taking keeping you awake? Your primary care doctor or sleep specialist can diagnose the problem, but first, they need to know more about your sleep pattern and habits. That's what's called a sleep diary can help. A sleep diary or sleep journal is an
Mhm.
easy tool to help your doctor learn how much and how well you sleep. Keep a
Okay.
diary for 1 or 2 weeks can reveal the patterns and factors that stop you from getting a good night's sleep.
Okay.
And there we go.
Wow, that's good.
There we
Yay!
go. Hey,
Hello,
Lo.
Marie.
Hey, Lo,
Hello.
where you been? Lateness?
Girl, I've been trying to get in. I'm telling y'all, I don't think this was such a good idea sitting on the porch because let me tell you why. Look. Woo.
And
The
now
Wait a
sun
look
is
at
minute.
the
getting me.
sun shining.
Huh?
Face it with
What?
a grin.
Woo, in. Look.
Open
Woo.
up your heart and let the sun shine
Oh,
in.
okay.
Woo.
Okay.
I knocked on the
Okay.
door. I said, bring me the umbrella.
so, so you have the umbrella?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
where the shade
good.
was coming from.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I had to turn my
yes.
light
They
on.
brought me the umbrella outside. Whew.
Well, happy to see you, baby sister. She's
Yes,
gone into another year of life.
yes.
Thank
Hey,
Oh,
you.
hey,
oh,
hey, hey,
Uh,
hey.
yeah.
oh,
And yes,
yes.
we celebrate that very well. Thank you. Where'd she
Yeah.
go?
M- What? Marletha? I'm still trying to get back to my pages here. All right. Well, okay. I'm still trying to get back to my Murphys.
Okay, well, I got something else I can read.
Oh, please, but please tell me some more. Would you give me tell me the night, some more about the night terrors and what was the other one next to that one?
The night terrors and I gotta go back to it. The night terrors. Okay, let me see. Sleep terrors are also called night terrors.
Uh-huh.
Uh huh. Usually it involves frightening screams, thrashing, and kicking, and it's hard to wake having somebody having a sleep terror.
Okay.
Yep, we've
Okay.
gone. We've seen people do that.
Oh,
We have
we know
seen.
about that.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
know
We've seen. Yeah,
we know
we've
all
seen.
about that, don't we?
We used to. You remember Uncle John? Uncle John here used to wake up cussing.
Who did?
Uncle John Henry.
Oh,
He'd be
okay.
in there laying on the couch in the middle of the day, sleeping, and he'd wake up cussing because he didn't have a dream, and it wasn't
Okay,
a
she's
morning
back.
keen thing.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It wasn't that
I'm
kind.
back. Someone, yeah.
You remember
Can
that pattern?
it went?
Is that if I can go check?
Status.
Yes, I do. Can
You
y'all hear
remember
me?
that?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Can y'all hear me? Okay.
Yeah. You remember what I was
Okay.
saying? You
All
used to
right.
wake up talking, cussing Bubba out and talking in your
Yes.
sleep.
Yes. And we was in the room. We was all sitting in the living room. We like,
Yes.
who are you talking to? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Wake me up. Oh, that darn talking.
Mama said, John, who you
Wait
talking
a
to?
minute.
That
Uncle
Glenn.
John.
Yeah.
Oh, I still miss him. I still miss him.
Bubba John said he
Yep.
was outside.
Yep.
Okay. The night terrors and the
Sleep terrors and night
sleep
terrors.
terrors,
And
night
night
Yep.
terrors.
terrors,
And
yes.
so they flailing, and the one with the singing in it.
Oh,
Which one
And
was
the
that?
sleep eating. Sleep eating.
Sleep eating. I haven't ever done it, but I've done a
Oh
couple of
yeah.
2 or 3 of those.
Yep. And
Yes.
I,
Oh, that
I
was
took care I took care of the sleep cooking.
a. and remember, somebody else got up and cooked the pie, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that was wonderful reading. Now,
look, I hope you-
Merethah, turn it into your hands.
yes, ma'am. All right.
I got
Wonderful
So
one.
reading.
mine is being thankful. Yay, Claude. Mine is being thankful versus grateful. What is the difference? And this comes from
Uh-huh.
of soupkitchen.org. Positive
Okay.
news, okay? Published in April
Okay.
1st,
Okay.
2022. If you've been interchanging words thankful and grateful on a regular basis, then we can't blame you. Most people tend to do so without realizing that there's a world of difference between these two. And knowing the difference between full versus grateful would change your life in more ways than one. So,
All
how's
right.
being grateful different from thankful? The answer to that, we first need to understand what each of these words means. The definition defining grateful versus thankful. In the
Mm-hmm.
dictionary, the word grateful is defined as feeling or showing an appreciation of kindness. Merriam Webster also defines it being appreciative of benefits received, affording pleasures of contentment. In simple words, being grateful is an act of expressing pleasure and gratitude for something that we receive. For instance, when we're grateful for their help, we are expressing our appreciation for the help we receive. It's also let them know that
Mm-hmm.
we are pleased with their action. Being thankful, on the other hand, is defined as a feeling of being pleased or relieved. We also be defined as a conscience of benefit received. Like when you
Okay.
say, I'm thankful for being a part of it, or it was grueling, but thankfully it's over. It's not
Mm-hmm.
just an acknowledgement of what you receive, but being thankful for something also communicates your happiness and relief for receiving it. The
Mm-hmm.
difference between thankful and grateful, from the definitions above, we can say safely that there are three major differences between being thankful and being grateful. One,
Okay.
being grateful is an act, while being thankful is a feeling or a state of being. Mention
Okay.
being grateful, expressing a great gratitude to someone
Okay.
for something they've done or given, while being thankful is a feeling of relief or happiness over something. In short,
Mm-hmm.
being grateful is an action while being thankful is a feeling. Huh,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
never thought
Mm-hmm.
about that.
Okay.
Being thankful
But
is
we
an
do that.
action. Okay, being thankful is an action, and what else?
And
Being
being
grateful
grateful
is
is
a
a feeling.
Okay,
being grateful
okay.
is an action. Being
Uh-huh.
thankful is a
Is the
feeling.
feeling. Okay.
Yes. Okay. When you start noticing the things you have, you feel thankful. feel thankful. You keenly aware of the things you have. You start to at everything that goes with it,
Right.
good or
Mm-hmm.
bad.
Okay.
Full, on the other hand, comes from a much deeper place. To show that you are grateful, you need to express it verbally through your actions. It is more than just appreciating things or saying a mere thank you. It's just about letting people know that their kindness did not go unnoticed. Because
All
Mm-hmm.
of
right.
this, being grateful is usually a challenge for some people. It's appreciation for some things you have, but
Mm-hmm.
not someone who gave you a reason to feel such appreciation is another matter
Okay.
altogether. One good example for this is when you're praying. It's easy to tell God that you are thankful for blessings we receive, but how many times have you told him how much you appreciate him? More importantly, what are you doing to show him your appreciation for everything he has given? Okay? Huh.
All right.
Number two, gratefulness is aimed at another person, while thankfulness is mostly intended for yourself. Since gratefulness is an action, there has to be a receiver, meaning it has to be aimed at another person, while thankfulness as a feeling is mainly aimed at yourself.
Okay.
Confused? Let me simplify it. Someone's helped you to replace a flat tire. Gratefulness is when you let someone know how much you appreciate their help. But thankfulness is when you appreciate the fact that your flat tire is replaced.
Okay.
So when they do it, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But they did it, you pay them. That's grateful. Here, let me do
Mm-hmm.
this for you. You did this for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not that you're trying to pay them back. You're showing them how grateful you are for what they did for you.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of like that. The former
Okay.
is explicit, but the latter tends to be implicit. Tell the person how grateful you are for their help, but
Mm-hmm.
that feeling is of relief that your tire got replaced and mostly reserved for yourself. In
Mm-hmm.
short, being grateful can make somebody else's day, but being thankful can make your day. If
Mm-hmm.
you are grateful, you will make another person feel special. But if you
Yes.
are thankful, you make yourself feel special.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The former will help change the other person's perspective, excuse me, but the latter will help change your own perspectives.
all right.
Number three, thankfulness precedes gratefulness.
Mm-hmm.
There's a saying that you cannot give what you don't have. The same
Okay.
applies to expressing gratitude. You cannot express it if you don't feel it
Don't
in the
feel it.
first place.
Mm-hmm.
This is why thankfulness almost always precedes gratefulness. As I've said, thankfulness is a feeling. When you feel thankful, your perspectives will change. You will begin seeing a silver lining and notice things that you usually take for granted. Instead of complaining about your job, you start to appreciate the fact that you still have a job despite the rising unemployment rates. Rather
Mm-hmm.
than complaining about your cramped apartment, you just think about how lucky you are you still have a roof over your head.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Mm-hmm.
start to think about your blessings rather than look at things and complain about, that feeling of gratitude eventually extends to people. You begin to notice the small gestures, like your partner preparing you breakfast for you, a delivery guy not messing up your package. When that happens, you can just can't help but be grateful. Should you be thankful or grateful? There's no law that says you can't be grateful or thankful at the same time. You can feel
Mm-hmm.
thankful for something and express your gratitude to someone for giving you something that making that happen.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a question of choosing between the two, but rather how to practice both at the same time. Start by being thankful for life and the things you
Mhm.
have as well as those you lack, and the good
Mhm.
days together with the bad ones. These will
Mm-hmm.
help you find the true meaning of gratitude when you do. Being grateful will come naturally. And
Mhm.
Hello.
that is that.
Come
Wow,
on.
that's
Come
wonderful.
on. Yes, ma'am.
Being
Excuse me.
grateful, being grateful
Being
and being
grateful,
thankful.
Uh-huh. They don't
being
say amen.
thankful versus grateful. The
That's
Mm-hmm.
difference in them.
wonderful. What
And
is the
she,
difference?
look,
Wow.
Velma put another into my fighting in your sleep. Leon in parentheses.
Oh boy, I've sleep fought. I've sleep fought a couple of times. And you wake up kicking.
Baby.
Well, I know somebody's probably done several of those.
Yes, indeed. But ain't nobody
Woo.
made no sandwiches. Hey,
No, no, no.
ain't nobody beat me and made no paper towel sandwiches.
Paper towel sandwich. If you
But
even put
important.
mayonnaise, what you put?
I put Miracle Whip on
Miracle Whip salad dressing up.
Your
Wow,
daughter
you are.
poured a glass of water, fake
huh?
water, and drank it. You
Yeah,
got a
but I made a
picture, a fake
sandwich, baby.
picture. You poured it.
Probably would have ate it if I hadn't got woke up.
Those are. I mean, life is it's a mystery sometimes.
Yeah, and it's funny
Yep.
It
sometimes.
is very funny, very funny. You know, when I was having those episodes, when you know what kind of episodes I was having,
Uh-huh.
but I haven't had one in a long, long time. Thanks be to God. Thanks be to God. But one thing I did ask God not to let me get up and start walking in my sleep.
Me too. Me too. I've
Uh
asked
huh.
him not to let me leave this house because I've done it
Right.
several times.
Right.
I'd be
Not to let.
halfway to Natalie's room and she said, Clee, where you going? And I was like, wake up and I thought you was calling me and she right here, but I'm on halfway to her room.
Uh huh. Yes. And so I said, Lord, I don't want to get to that door. So anyway, thank God for taking care of us because there are
Amen.
so many people. And one person that I know was told me that he was sleepwalk. He was sleepwalk.
But
And
I
so
have never slept. I've never been a sleepwalker till then.
wow.
Till
So
then.
that
So I
means
know it has to something to do with nerves. It has
yeah,
something to do with my nerves.
something to do with what was going on at the time.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yep.
Wow, those are great. Sleepwalking and what is the difference in grateful and thankfulness? Those are
Sleep
wonderful.
talking. Sleep talking, honey.
Sleep talking, okay, okay, sleep talking. Ooh, those are great sisters. Oh, it's such a privilege for you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go back into Murphy's law.
I whipped
Let's
it out with
go.
the umbrella in my hand.
Murphy's first law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. We've heard that before.
Yes, ma'am.
Murphy's second law.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is as easy as it looks. We've
That's
heard that one.
hello. Yep.
Murphy's third law.
Mm-hmm.
Everything takes longer than you think it
That
will.
yes.
The fourth law. If there is a possibility of several things going wrong, the one that will cause the most damage will be the one to go wrong.
Wrong.
Yep. And there's a corollary to
Yep.
that, which is if there is a worse time for something to go wrong, it will happen then. And that's
Uh-huh.
for real.
Yep.
Talking about,
That's the truth.
we've said of all the times,
Times.
why did it
For
have
that to
to?
Why
happen.
now?
Yes, and these are Murphy's laws. The fifth law is if anything simply cannot go wrong, it will anyway.
Anyway. Yep. That's the truth too.
Number six, if you perceive that there are four possible ways in which a procedure can go wrong and circumvent these, then a fifth way, unprepared for, will promptly develop.
Yes,
So if you
ma'am.
Yep.
say there are
Come
four
right along.
possible ways, here comes a fifth one
Here
right
comes
Here
the
along.
comes the
fifth.
fifth one.
And we sometimes we heard people say, if it wasn't for bad luck, I'd
I
have no
I have
no
luck at
no
luck at
luck
all.
at all.
all.
And I don't see it in here, but I might come upon it. And the seventh law is left to themselves, things tend to go from bad to
To
worse.
worse.
Yep.
Yes. Number 8, if everything seems to be going well, you have obviously overlooked something.
Something. Something. Yes, ma'am. That is the truth.
Because when we're preparing to do something, getting ready to go somewhere, we might be packed up or whatever. We say, "Okay, what have I forgotten? Have I forgotten it?" We do that.
Yes.
That
Yes.
happened to me just now with this.
Uh-huh.
And then get halfway down the road and say,
With getting
I
out.
forgot such and such.
I
Yep.
knew I forgot something.
I knew I
Yes.
forgot something.
My
Uh-huh. You break it up a little bit, then come back. You froze a little bit. Okay, now, what were you saying?
me,
Yes.
Yes.
I said it
You
happened
said
with me
something.
when I got home. Yeah, I was
Oh,
trying to
okay.
go and my link disappeared.
Ah,
Wow. So if anything can go wrong, it's going to go wrong right now. The ninth law, nature always sides with the hidden flaw. Nature always sides with the hidden flaw.
yes, ma'am.
The 10th law is Mother Nature is they got the B
What
Cruel.
does it
word.
say
B
for you?
word. Uh-huh. Oh, yes, she
Got
do.
that word.
Yes, she is.
Okay. Murphy's 11th law. It is possible to make anything foolproof because fools are so ingenious.
Yeah.
The 12th law. Whenever you set out to do something, something else must be done first. And that's
First.
the truth.
Yes,
That
yes,
is
yes.
the truth.
Murphy definitely knew what he was talking about.
He should have did. My goodness. The 13th law. Every solution breeds new problems.
Problems. Yes,
Yep.
yep.
Yes. Okay. The 14th. If anything can't go wrong on its own, someone will make it go
Make it.
wrong.
Oh
Yes,
no.
they
Yes,
will.
it will.
For
Yes, it
real.
will.
Yes, they
Everything,
will.
and we said everything was going right until they showed
They
up.
showed
They
up.
showed up.
I'm like that when
Everything was
because
going
you know
on
I like
just
to play the
fine
slot
till he
machine
came.
sometime, and I can be winning, be doing fine, and then a person will come and sit next to me, and I said if they hadn't come sat next to me, I'd have been all right. They'd be like, "Oh,
Okay.
you winning?" I was till you sat down.
So if Murphy's Law can go wrong, it will.
It will.
Knowing Murphy's Law won't help either. So I don't care how many of them we know, whatever will be, will be.
Will
Okay.
Will
be.
be.
Murphy's Law,
Backside
yes, Murphy's Law is recursive. Washing your car to make it rain doesn't work.
eye.
Okay, and here's the Murphy's time action quandary. You never know how soon it's too late. And that's a fact.
That's a fact.
Yep.
That's a
You
fact.
never know how soon it's too
Too
late.
late. That's
My
right.
goodness. And here's an O2's commentary on Murphy's Law. You, Murphy was an optimist, right? An optimist. So
Mm-hmm.
here's a proof of Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law cannot be proven, yet is correct, as when you try to prove Murphy's Law, you will see that the proof is incorrect. This is obviously due to Murphy's Law. Therefore, Murphy's Law is
It's
correct
correct.
and proven.
And prove it. Yep.
Yeah. And then Stewart comes along and he gives a corollary to Murphy's Law. He said, Murphy's Law may be delayed or suspended for an indefinite period of time, provided that such delay or suspension will result in a greater catastrophe at a later date. And for real,
Might
you
not
know
happen
how
right now, but it's coming.
oh yes, and what's next? What's next? And
What?
like there's that
Yep.
cliche
What's
waiting
next?
for the
Yep.
next shoe to drop.
Right.
There it
Mm-hmm.
is.
Uh-huh.
And
And
you know
when
they
and
always say, "Don't ever ask what's next. Don't ask that. Don't can it
you,
get any
you
worse? Yes, it can.
you
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 leave
don't
that
have to
door
ask
open.
it. It's
Don't
a
ask it.
fact. Uh-huh.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. That's Murphy's Law. And so here's Zygmunt's seventh exception to Murphy's Law. When it rains, it pours. We know
It
all
will.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
When it rains, it pours. Murphy's Law, and then he has some laws on business and all that. but I don't know what. Oh, it's 141.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let me go down the one. That's the one on business, but he has another one. Murphy's laws on cleanliness and organization. How can we go into that?
Yeah.
A bathroom hook, and I was looking at this. I said, that is so true. As long
Yes.
as it wasn't there, it said a bathroom hook will be loaded to capacity immediately upon becoming available. So we
Yep.
just start.
Stuff, sticking stuff on it.
This also applies to freeways, closets, playgrounds, downtown hotels, taxis, parking lots,
Yep.
wallets, purses, pockets, and so on. The list is endless. And
Yep.
and another thing, like when we go into a restaurant or we go into a store and there are not many people
Yes.
there when we
Yep.
get there. Or like
Mm-hmm.
they say, a parking lot. We park in a parking lot. It might not be many cars. And when we come
Uh-huh.
When
out
we
of
come
there,
out, load.
the
It's
it's
full.
loaded.
Yes.
And then like
Yes.
when we get in line at the store
Yep.
or at the restaurant or something, and then we look behind us and there's a line, whole line of
Whole lot of
people
people.
behind us.
Yep.
Yes. And
And you
so,
tell me where all these people come
yes.
from? Yes.
And then that's when we become grateful that thank you, Lord, that we got here. Oh yes.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
so
Woo,
here's
better take
another
with it,
set of
didn't it?
a bird in the hand
Yes.
is safer than two overhead.
Yep. Sure is.
And here's
Yes,
another one.
indeed.
And this is just so obvious, but it's really, really true. A clean
Yep.
tie attracts the soup of the day. You know when
Yeah,
people
that's the truth.
men are eating
That's the truth.
and the tie ends up
And
off in the soup.
Yep.
the same with a white blouse.
Uh-huh. Oh, and
Yep.
here's a great
All
one.
day.
Fletcher's flagrant rumination. Here's a great one. It's by Fletcher. Fletcher's flagrant rumination. This is neat. Efficiency is a highly developed form of laziness. I guess we practice laziness so much we're efficient at
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
we
That's
I'll
it.
have this in just in a minute.
so we so we practice on and on till we've gotten efficient from being
Uh-huh. Yep.
lazy. Okay.
Shortcuts. Hey.
Here's a 99 rule. 90 rule of project schedules. The first 90% of the task takes 10% of the time. The
Mm-hmm.
last 10% takes the other 90%.
Yep.
Wow. And here's O'Reilly's law of the kitchen. Cleanliness is next to impossible. And like I
That is
my thing,
so true.
yes, and you know what? I'm trying to develop. It's just me. And of course, Fresh, but he doesn't eat out of the dishes. And I'm trying my best. Talking about that efficiency is a high form of. I say I am going to whenever I use a plate, my
Gonna wash
utensils. I'm going to go ahead and
wash them. Time
wash
you get
them
through with them.
right there. By golly gee. Then the
You
next
just
time
go
I
there, get
said,
it, you think I get
I'm
it later.
I'm not gonna
I do
let
the
this
same
happen
thing.
anymore. Next thing you know, there you go. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Clearly,
Yep.
okay. Paul's second law. The sooner you fall behind, the more time you will have to catch up. So fall behind quicker so you have more time to
More
catch
time to
up.
catch up.
But these are funny and comical, but they are so
But they
true.
true. Yes, they are
Yes,
so
and
true. Yes.
here's Schopenhauer's law of entropy.
Elder Tillman says
Entropy.
definitely true about the ties attracting soup every time.
Yeah, who said that?
Elder Tillman's.
Hello, everybody. Here's another one. If you put a spoonful of wine in a barrel full of sewage, you get sewage. If you put a spoonful of sewage in a barrel full of wine, you get sewage.
You get sewage.
Yep.
Because it's no good.
It's no
No
good.
good. So this is neat. Okay, I'm not going. Oh, it's 146. Okay,
We
wait a
still
minute.
have 15, 14
Yeah.
It's
minutes.
one. Let me go to the law, Murphy's law on computers, software. I don't want to do
Please
that one.
do.
Oh, do the computers and software?
You proved
Okay,
it.
say it again.
You proved it.
I, oh, about my computer Sunday. Theta, you know what I did? Did you hear what I did?
Uh-uh.
I didn't intend to do. This is my new computer that I just got
Uh-huh.
a few, what, 2 or 3 months ago. Read it.
Has it been
So
that long?
I don't think so.
I don't
So
think
I'm
so.
preparing here on my stand to do the webcast.
Uh-huh.
And so I had, because I have my coffee almost every morning. How about I turn the hot coffee cup over and it went all over my computer. So that baby won't even come on now.
Oh
Won't.
my goodness.
So I messed the whole computer up.
Oh my goodness.
So Murphy's, so I said, well, Lord, hey, no need of fretting over it.
Nope.
I just have to,
No.
hey,
No need to crowd with spilled coffee.
and it was
Nope.
hot too. It was sure did, baby. Fried
But
that
at
baby.
least it didn't waste on you.
Oh yes,
Oh, well, I'll be there.
you, you should have seen me hopping. Thank God, but it didn't burn me, didn't scald
Yeah.
me. I
Right,
thank
right,
God
right.
because the computer and the table took
Caught most
most
of it.
of it. And then the thing is, at this time, I had a cloth over the table, so that soaked some of
So
it up,
some
so
of
it didn't
yes,
out.
yes.
Uh-huh. So it worked out. But I'm still gonna have to buy another computer, but I'm not gonna fret over it. And whenever the Lord blesses
Yeah.
me to get another computer, I'll get it. Okay. Because I have this. I'm on my what am I on now, Clee?
Your
The
tablet
tablet.
and your phone.
And yeah, and then I have my other computer and the old computer. But anyway, Murphy's Law on computer software and programming. Oh, this is for real. A computer makes as many mistakes in 2 seconds as 20 people work in 20 years. That's
Mm-hmm.
the
It does.
truth.
That is the truth. That is the truth.
And this right here, when you buy a computer and you bring it home, the minute you buy that computer, it is obsolete almost.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just
that's
like
true. Yeah.
cars. When you pull
Yes.
Yep.
cars off that lot,
Uh-huh.
they
They start
start depreciating right
Its value right
then.
right
then.
there.
Yes.
Right,
Yep.
Yes.
yes. So
Yes.
all and here, this is about computers. All components become obsolete, and
Yep.
that's the truth.
That is the
So
truth.
Y'all need
any
to watch
cool,
this show we just watched
okay,
on Netflix.
okay,
I'm gonna have to ask the kids what the name of it is because all these top people from Google and Twitter and talking
mhm.
about social media and how it's damaging us today and how the AIs are the ones that are programming these computers. It ain't man, it's the AI is doing it.
The artificial intelligence. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Of
it's
course,
programming these
Yes.
computers.
because
Uh-huh.
have you noticed? I know when we type something in, or we ask Google something and look
Uh-huh.
this up, or whatever, or we look for something on Amazon, but before you know it, here comes an ad on Facebook.
Yep.
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 Or
Yep.
Amazon sends you an email on
Uh-huh.
the very thing. And I mean,
Yes.
artificial
And
intelligence.
I can type something on Google and my search is going to be different from yours. And we can type in the exact same thing. And mine is going to be different from yours.
Yeah.
They're
And I can
tailored.
I can start
Yep.
typing something and then it'll finish it.
It'll
Yep.
finish it. That's
It'll
right.
finish it.
That's right.
It will
So
finish
all
it.
components become obsolete. Any cool program always requires more memory than you have. Any cool program. And here's a Brooks law: adding manpower to a late software project makes it later.
Yep.
And here's another one, Demian's observation: there is always one item on the screen menu that is mislabeled and should read, "Abandon hope, all ye who enter here."
Dang.
Abandon hope, all ye
Oh,
that
All
enter here.
yes.
Okay. And here's another thing. Discs are always full. It is futile to try to get more disk space. Data expands to fill
That
any
is true.
void.
That is
My
true. That
goodness.
is true.
Wow.
No matter
Failure is
how
not an
no matter
option.
how many things you delete, you still need more space.
Yep.
Need more space. Failure is
Every
not an
time.
option. It comes bundled in the software.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. Because everything is designed for us to need more anyway.
Yes.
Yep.
To need
Yes.
more anyway. And while we're buying one thing, they've already upgraded that
That
thing.
thing
Yep.
just yes.
And
Yes.
we
Uh-huh.
have
So
to
when
buy this
like
other thing.
yes, like we buy the computer, we buy the car and whatever, and then we have all these features in the car and everything. And then you hear, well, this car has this feature and it has this feature. Well, mine doesn't have it, and I just bought it.
Yep.
You know,
Yep. Yep.
and it's designed for that to keep us wanting this and that and upgrading and
Yes.
all of that.
Yes. Yes.
But you know what I said? Like I'm doing this battery now in this car, and I said I probably will have that car another few more years. Oh yes, so like my OnStar, they said my OnStar, my buttons and things after the end of this year, they won't be working in my car.
What?
Got to
I have
upgrade.
two, I have 2G in my car, and
Got to
2G is
upgrade.
not going to be working in my car
Got
anymore.
to
So they
upgrade,
want you
baby.
to
Uh-uh.
upgrade.
But I can't
Upgrade
upgrade it. Yeah, upgrade to another
to
car.
another car. You got to get
But
another car.
baby, I
Yep.
went and bought me something that would compensate for that.
She is Elusta Pope child.
Yes, she is.
And if it's being made in Japan, she gonna
She,
bring it to America and hook it to her car with the Japanese
look, be like
wires.
that.
So
Yep,
I've
she just
already
like your
taken.
daddy. I go look in this
I
book, see
told you,
what it is,
you
and
can't
I'll make
fool her,
it.
you can't fool her, you can't trick her.
Yep,
That's Elusta
I go
Pope
make
child.
it. Let me see what that look
So
like. Okay, I
anyway,
go.
I'm not going to continue to do with this. But anyway, where this is Angelo www.angelo angelo.edu. Okay, that's where I got this. And then the other one, just look up Murphy's Law. But this is really, 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 it's good to know because just about all of these phrases, we have used these. We have used these.
Yep.
And you know, and
Mm-hmm.
another thing about Murphy's Law is you think, and like I try to keep myself from thinking like this because when things are just going great, I mean, thank God they're going great, you know, in our
Yes,
lives, you know, overall. But then it
yes,
seems like when we get to a certain high and we're
Point.
just what thankful and grateful for them, then
yes.
there's this spirit to come in and say, okay, watch it.
That's enough.
Hold on.
Because it
That's
Hold
seems
on.
enough.
like
Prepare.
just wait.
Yep.
That's
Something
right.
else is coming.
Yep,
Just
And
prepare.
then,
yep,
yes, like this, but then we have to keep an open mind. We have to keep a positive attitude because life
Mm-hmm.
is life. And we
Life
already
is life.
know that the inevitable, I know I keep saying this, but the inevitable
is.
is inevitable.
Yes,
Inevitable.
ma'am.
What is going to happen
Happen.
is going to happen. And there was another thing I was thinking about before I chose this subject about Murphy's Law is talking about do things just happen or are they predestined?
Yep,
You know, do they
yep.
Yeah.
just happen out of the blue or are they already destined to
To
happen?
happen.
Yeah.
Right,
Uh-huh. And
right.
we know that. So anything in life, in this
In
life,
life.
In this life. That's right.
we are to be prepared for
Hello?
whatever comes along.
Yep.
And in the moment that we have now, in this very moment, we are to be grateful and thankful
And
Hello.
for this time.
This moment.
yep.
Yes.
Because we like what is the scripture? We have to always go to the scripture. Take no thought for
Wait.
the morrow because tomorrow will take care of
Of it.
itself.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Come on.
Don't
Come
worry
on.
about what you're going to eat today.
Mm-mm.
Because what he said about the sparrows, they have nests. They don't, the flowers and the lilies and all that, they have colors and all that. I know I'm going to different parts of the Bible, but he said, now if God will feed the birds, what will he do for us?
Mm-hmm.
So even though all these things we know to be true because they happen when it seems like you're just on a big, big high, then seems like something comes, of course, and wants to bring you down.
Bring it
But
every, yep.
these things happen, and I'm going to tell this story, and just for reference, and this story stays in my mind, and that's what helps me to be more grateful each and every day. 56, 156. To be more grateful each and every day. I read a story, and it happened here in Dallas. There was a homeless man. Be grateful for now. Like I say, every microsecond, every millisecond, be grateful while we can. And
Mhm.
he had been homeless for a long time. He was a veteran, and finally he got his payout. And this is not a downer, but it's a thing to remind us to be
Uh-huh.
grateful for right now. Make
Yes.
the best of right now.
This moment.
Yes, this moment.
This
And
moment.
so he got his settlement. You know, when they get that money, they go retro for however many years they've been after and everything. He
Mm-hmm.
bought
Yes.
him a camper, and he was ready to hit the road and had a massive heart attack and died.
Oh,
Yep.
Didn't get to enjoy it.
didn't get to enjoy it.
Wow.
And then that story comes to me in order to make me remember, be thankful for right now. We don't
Mm-hmm.
know what the next microsecond will bring, but what is that you said the other day? Don't worry, be
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 happy.
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 Be
Yes.
happy. And
Be
I
Yes.
happy.
saw a movie, I think it was yesterday, and this up above that, it's called Wrong Place. I think that's what it is. The movie is Wrong Place. And so this mother, she had already gone to transition. No, she already died, but over the door, she had a plaque, and it said, "Don't worry," on the other side, and had a bumblebee there, and then happy under there. So it said, "Don't
Don't
worry," and then
worry.
the bee,
Be,
happy.
Happy. Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
saying to everybody, thank you so much. Do you have last words for today, sisters?
Thank everybody for joining us.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you for joining
Thank
us. Like I always say, you're taking time out of your day to be with us, and we are very grateful.
very, very
Yep.
Very
grateful.
grateful.
Yes, we are. We thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us and supporting us. And hey, I had to get that battery, so we'll get our cup machine later. But now that I'm gonna have to take this car to the Cadillac place. Oh, I didn't mean to say that because I'm talking about my car. But anyway, to get my battery put in, because my
Yep.
mechanic said it's better to say, he said, Mama said it's better to say, there
Say,
he goes, than there he lay. And so
say,
he
uh-huh.
he closed that thing back up and said, well, yeah, you take
You
it on
just
to.
go back.
Wow.
Oh, we love you too, Bama. We love you too.
We love you, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us. Okay, sisters. Cleeta, did you finish up, both of you?
Yeah,
Yes.
Stella didn't say anything. I don't know if she said anything, but
Thank y'all so
I
much. Thank you for the birthday wishes.
Oh,
yes.
we love you, everybody. Talk with you later. God willing,
Bye.
we'll see you Thursday.
We have no outro.